It's Tim Albright with AVNation with the Road to ISE. Integrated Systems Europe happens the 30th of January through the 2nd of February. And with me to talk about Xyte and all of their exciting things happening in their stand. Yes, I did that. Omer Brookstein, welcome, sir. How are you?
Hey, Tim. It's great seeing you again. How are you? I'm doing great.
Good. Good to see you. Good to see you. We get to see you. Hall 5J 620, 5J 620. I've gotten to know Omer over the last couple of years. I am still not smart enough to understand what he does or what Xyte does. I do, but I'm going to let him explain it. So we come along Hall 5, we get into the Xyte booth. Omer, what are we going to find?
What you're going to find is a first of its kind, purpose-built cloud platform for device manufacturers, OEMs, to connect the devices to the cloud and start transforming their business model into as a service business model, introducing new subscription-based product for their customers, being able to collaborate with their system integrators, channel partners, and managed service providers through the cloud. It's a first of its kind. We started in the audio video. We're expanding beyond the audio video, but as always, as you know, the audio video is very dear to our heart. So we'll do with ISE this year. We'll be at Infocom. It's, I believe, third or fourth ISE now, and third or fourth Infocom as well. And we'll be showing our partnership with one of the best and finest brands in the industry, as more OEM customers will announce their Xyte-based cloud solution.
Omer mentions the fact that audiovisual is dear and dear to his heart because he used to be a control systems programmer. That's where Omer came from. I mean, that to me. I mean, I have not made any bones about the fact that control is still my favorite part of the industry, and the fact that was kind of your roots is still exciting to me. You mentioned OEMs and ODMs and taking their model, right, the hardware part, and transforming it into an as a service. Explain to me then what on earth you're doing at ISE.
So ISE, we meet our customers and we want to help them in their journey to the cloud. You mentioned that I've been in this industry for 27 years now. I started programming on DOS PCs, right? Control system. It's been a while. And I think the industry as a whole make the top-notch gear, top-notch hardware. But what we found out is that OEMs does a great job developing hardware, but developing cloud software is not something they usually do. Yet our end customer, the largest enterprises and higher education and so on of the world, they want an integrated solution of hardware and software. And what we do, we couple with those OEMs, with these hardware manufacturers, and we offer them a fully branded suite of cloud-based tools in which they can launch in sometimes weeks, sometimes very few short months, a completely branded cloud solution for their customers to be able to remotely manage, monitor, deploy firmware, and start buying those devices as a subscription. And we see that trend across very different industries. So if you see an example in the PC industry, what Apple are doing, and they're shifting to moving into selling subscription, the devices subscription. You see that is John Deere doing that in the industrial and equipment tech, right? And you see that in Philips lighting. You see that with Kodak in city machines and med devices. And the same thing happens really across every industry in the audio video as well. And I think it really answered both the needs on the customer side about moving to buying devices as OpEx versus CapEx, but also really the requirement from the OEMs to develop an integrated solution of hardware, software, and services for their customers. I'm
going to take a slight right turn here, Omer. One of the things that AVNation does is we talk a lot to end users, higher education and corporate. Mm-hmm. If you have somebody, Justin Dawson, my buddy from Ireland who works for higher education, he walks into your booth and he says, Omer, I don't make product, right? I put it in my classrooms. Mm-hmm. How can you help somebody like them who is looking to pull that as a service or pull those services into their facilities?
So in fact, as of today on our platform, we have some of the largest enterprises in the world using Xyte, as well as some of the best schools and higher education institutes in the world using Xyte. To give an example, they use it to manage and monitor their Avocor devices. They're using to manage and monitor the Legrand-based PDUs, the Mid-Atlantic PDUs. They're using it to manage and monitor Wirestorm AV over IP devices and Symmetrix audio devices and so on. And the benefit is that for these higher education, they'll be able to do it in a single pane of glass, being able to see my audio, my video, my PDUs, my display in one monitoring tool, rather than have 8, 9, sometimes 10 different browser windows open at the same time.
All right, Omer, we will find you at Hall 5J 620, 5J 620, but not everybody gets to go to Barcelona. You and I do, but not everybody gets to go. So if they're not going, and they want to follow along with everything that Xyte will be talking about that week, how do they do that?
Well, that's the greatest thing about being a software company. You can see everything online. If you go to Xyte, that's xyte.io, simply to our LinkedIn page. We'll be happy to show your platform. We'll be happy to demonstrate. There's a bunch of videos and other documents. You can find everything online.
All right, very good. Omer Brookstein from Xyte. We'll see him at ISE. For us, for AVNation, go by our website, avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv. Follow along as we also head to Barcelona for Integrated Systems Europe 2024, the 30th of January through the 2nd of February. All that and more at avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv.